tempers flared over the weekend, but for these two teams, that's nothing new. The Giants and the Cardinals had a few days of heated battles this past weekend. The volcano erupted on Sunday, but the tremors began Friday when the Giants' Will Clark tried to break up a double play when aggressively sliding into second. And then on Saturday, in St. Louis, bottom of the sixth, Tom Bernansky grounds to third. Ernest Rouse throws to second with Robbie Thompson covering. Willie McGee slides very hard and spikes Thompson. Thompson does hurt his knee but stayed in the game. Then Sunday afternoon, Candy Maldonado hits a ground ball to Ozzie Smith, who flips it to Jose Oquendo covering second. Will Clark slides with spikes up, goes well beyond the bag. Oquendo, Clark, and Smith exchange some unpleasantries. Oquendo slaps Clark on the helmet. Now watch Maldonado, bang! He gets Ozzie there. The brawl is on, the bench is empty, and punches fly quickly. The dust does finally settle. We're going to take a look at it now in slow motion, instant replay. As you see, Clark indeed does overslide the base. He has his spikes high, but Oquendo and Smith double team Clark. There you see the pat on the head. Everything breaks loose. He decides to punch him after he gets hit on the head. After order is restored, the very next batter now, Mike Aldretti, is greeted by Scott Terry with a pitch at the head. Terry's ejected by home plate umpire Randy Marsh, and the battle begins again. Here they come. Out onto the field. The Giants came out there, and Cards catcher Tony Pena is livid, has to be restrained. Now, as we mentioned, these two teams have a history of this bickering and brawling. Let's take you back now to past events and past battlegrounds between these two teams. Almost 2 years ago to the day, Giants pitcher Frank Williams hits Vince Coleman with a pitch. He gets tossed out of the game, and the umpires do a good job of holding off both teams, but the bench is still empty. Finally, Roger Craig and Waddy Herzog, the managers, go at it. They go chin to chin as they almost come to blows. Everyone gets into the act here. They are finally separated, and that seemed to be the beginning of a not-so-beautiful friendship. Then last year, Game 6 of the National League Championship Series, the St. Louis fans taunt Jeffrey Leonard in left field, and then when Leonard chases a foul ball into the left field corner, he nearly gets doused with beer. Obviously, no love lost between both teams or the cities.
You know, it was typical. I went down the left corner and down came the beer. I mean, like I said, seems as though I've touched the hearts of a few St. Louis people out here, and this is how they're showing me how they feel.
By the way, the Cards beat the Giants in the NLCS 4-3 to win the National League pennant. Now, before the '88 season began, Ozzie Smith fueled the fire with an interview with sports writer Thomas Boswell in Gentleman's Quarterly. The quote, "New York Mets are disrespectful jerks, but the San Francisco Giants are worse. They are scared loudmouths."